So this one's actually pretty sweet. Level 90 used to be really bad, and I mean really horrifically bad. It once was a torture labyrinth, infested with death rats at every corner. However, recently a group of people known as the Backrooms remodeling company refurbished it into a completely livable, entity-free house, fit with 2 stories, plenty of space, and a backyard. Currently the group is looking to sell this place. I appreciate the offer, but I'm going to stick with the beach houses on level 48. Here's a question for you. What's more boring than Kentucky? Well, Kentucky without any cities, towns, and in black and white. This adequately describes level 91 of the Backrooms, which resembles the real-life terrain of a portion of the Indiana-Kentucky border, and is colored in monotone shades of gray, white, and black. This area is mostly devoid of entities. However, a strange, shadowy figure wearing a wide-brimmed hat will stalk you from a distance if you get lost. Doesn't sound much different from the regular Kentucky, honestly. Alright, moving on. Upon arriving at level 92, you'll find yourself standing at the base of a flight of glowing, crimson stairs. If you decide to ascend the staircase, you'll notice some soft jazz music in the distance, which can frequently be heard in this level. You'll start to feel paranoid, as if you're being watched by someone or something. Once you've made it to the top, you'll find a door. Opening it will lead to a hallway with more doors leading to rooms on either side. Entering one of these doors will trigger random events that occur within these rooms. These events consist of a variety of scenarios, all taking place within these rooms, and consisting of 1 to 3 or more human-looking entities. Whispered voices will prompt you what to do in these scenarios, and if you don't heed what they tell you to do, then you'll likely pass out and wake up on a different level of the Backrooms. Sometimes you can see shadowy figures in different places recording you with a camera, which will obviously only heighten your anxiety of being watched. I guess not even the Backrooms is safe from the curse of reality TV. To quote a Reddit user speaking of this level, if a level kills entities which want you dead, you know you're going to be in for something. This accurately sums up level 93's hostility. This level comprises a seemingly baseless mountain that resembles Mount Everest. Scaling this mountain is much like exploring the aforementioned Mount Everest. The higher up you go, the colder and less oxygenated it gets. This level is devoid of entities due to its hostile climate. The weather here can range from moderately cold with light snow to catastrophically stormy and as cold as the Antarctic. There's also an extremely low chance you could witness the mountain erupt. However, again, this is extremely unlikely. But hey, you never know. If you ever thought stop-motion animation was creepy, then this Backrooms level will certainly validate your sentiment. Here, you'll find a bizarre town stretching across rolling hills, consisting of very tiny houses that look straight out of 1930s era stop-motion animated film. Vintage cars, milk vans, and a water tower can be found around this area too. There are even poles that will sometimes play upbeat vintage cartoon music. This area is safe during the daytime. However, at night many Backrooms entities, including this level's native creature called the Animations, come out. Animations are what look to be life-size stop-motion animation characters, who will hunt you down and kill any living thing that doesn't appear to be animated. Unless you happen to be Wallace or Gromit, this will likely put you in extreme peril.
Not even I would enter this Backrooms level, lad.
However, there is a way out of this place. In the distance you will see what appears to be a castle floating on a semi-transparent hill, and upon entering it, you'll find yourself in what appears to be a very strange funhouse. Robomen will guard the castle, and if you interact with anything in here, they will attack. Eventually you will find the throne room, which holds an entity known as the Animation King. He will put you through a test of endurance by subjecting you to your worst nightmares in stop-motion animated form. If you fail this test, you will become one of the animations, but if you endure it, then the Animated King will explode in a burst of light, and you will finally be able to leave. After coming through here, you probably will never see animation the same way again. Level 95 is a complex of strange, interconnected corridors, with windows lining some walls that open up to what is seemingly a blank white void. Entities are relatively uncommon here, although they can be found wandering the halls from time to time. Strange sounds like scratching on the walls and whispers can be heard occasionally, and these noises seem to have no discernible source. There is a possibility that while wandering these halls you will come across a staircase leading to underneath the floor. However, you should not enter this layer of the area for any reason. It's pitch dark and likely completely full of hostile entities, so coming here is certain death. Terrifying disembodied laughing can be heard down here, although in all honesty, I don't see what's so funny. At the end of any feature-length film, I think there should be some behind-the-scenes insights. And as we approach the end of this one, I present to you just that, although I think above the scenes would be more accurate. Level 96 is a non-Euclidean, multi-level expanse of ventilation systems. These provide AC to the first 7 levels of the backrooms, and temperatures in here can range from 103 to negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, that's a range of 137 degrees. Watch out for any rust in here, because it'll likely give you an extremely bad version of tetanus. There are also dangerous entities known as clumps that live here, and can be found sporadically. Many of these vents bend in insane ways, such as going straight up or down for hundreds of feet. Unless you're part of some kind of backrooms maintenance crew, I suggest staying clear of this level at all costs. But if you do end up here, stay as clear as you can from any colorful, bright wallpaper, as exits in these areas will lead to the partygoers. This level is a small island surrounded by an ocean, filled with hazy fog and lit only by a crescent moon. Gravestones and overgrown grass festoon the island's surface, and right in the middle lies the ruins of an old lighthouse. Until recently, this level was inhabited by ghouls, which were extremely decayed corpses that sluggishly wandered around the island. If they cornered you, they'd hold you in a tight grip, and the lighthouse would cease its regular rotation to shine directly on you, killing you. I know some people think all attention is good attention, but I'm pretty sure nobody alive would want to shine in the spotlight of this level. Level 98 is a small diner in a small, looping section of a street. The exterior is dark and lit only by the moon. I think I'm detecting a theme here. This looping means that if you stand outside of the diner, you will see infinite copies of yourself, looking at infinite copies of yourself off in the distance. Pretty meta. Inside the diner, you'll hear the sounds of a busy kitchen, although no one is actually in there. If you sit down at a table, there's a possibility that you could be visited by a blurry echo of a person you know, a specter that can neither be seen clearly nor properly heard. I mean, I'm all for having familiar company visit me in the backrooms, but at least have the decency to appear fully in focus. Welcome to Ghoul Town. This level is a desert with sand made entirely out of oxidized metals, which also happens to make up a third of the atmosphere, so an oxygen tank will be needed to breathe. Traveling long enough will bring you to a settlement known as Ghoul Town. The inhabitants of this town, or ghouls as they're known, resemble undead humans. However, they're friendly, and although they can't speak verbally, they're fluent in American Sign Language. So if you're looking for an occasion to bust out your little appreciated ASL skills, well, this would be it.